So you can probably see the moon, but not the clouds being lit up by the moon, unfortunately. I'll try and get it on the get a snapshot on the camera. But yesterday I thought the birds are trying to land on here, but I think they're just having fun. They dive bomb the monitor wind vanes, circle around, so they're just like the porpoises playing in the wake of the boat. In fact, it looks like the wind has shifted on us, so we'll go down and look at the chart, see if we have to adjust anything here. Stand by. Okay, so right now we're right in this area here. Not quite on the continental shelf, so we're down close to the entrance, but we can now go to bigger chart. There's where we were at, up here. So there's where we were at 1 o'clock, there's where we are now, and by nightfall we should be about here, or by sunset, so that puts us opposite Ucluelet basically, and so that would be sunset, which is about, sorry, so that's where are we at here? 4 o'clock, 6. So that's 1600, 1800, 2000. So there's 22. So yeah, sunset will be there. This will be really dark. So midnight we should be just opposite Bamfield. And Nia Bay just very early tomorrow morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so that's 2 o'clock, there's 4, 6, so 8, 10 o'clock in the morning, we should be near Victoria. So depending how I feel, we may go and drop anchor in Kidbarrow Bay, catch a few hours of Z's. That's tomorrow's Friday, and then Friday afternoon, Friday night, we'll be in B&E dock. We'll see how we feel. However, I'm going to abort cleaning up at the moment and try and get some sleep before darkness comes, because once we get closer to here, there's going to be, well, once that buoy there is the start of the traffic separation zone. So once we hit that, we'll have to have our wits about us. So I hope you can read that. It says our GPS heading is 86 magnetic, and the bearing to where we want to be is 84, so it's bang on. So I'll stop futzing about and just let Ralph do his thing. A nice sunny day. This this will be our last offshore day. In fact, we're less than 40 miles off Vancouver Island, so I guess it's not really offshore. But if we look out here in the haze, we can't really see any land, so I guess technically we're offshore. So I think in the haze we can see land. Land ho! We're there. And out here there's 8 ships on AIS. One of them a Navy boat. Closest one is 10 miles, so we're not going to see anything at the moment. And as you can see, we're sailing dead downwind. 14 knots, 16 knots of wind. We're doing about 5 knots. And we're right on course. So a lot nicer out here now than it was last night. I just hope it doesn't dust up again tonight. But in fact, we'll go look in the chart. We're not going to be too much further, and we'll be out of the swells actually, or the swells will be attenuated for sure. See how the boat yaws in the waves. So last night with the waves were probably twice as tall as these, so the boat was yawing back and forth, and there's no way the wind vane or the autopilot could keep up with it. So that's why I was doing some human steering last night. All right. There it is, last sunset of the adventure, the last offshore sunset. We're still at least one more sunset away from being at Edock for sure. And here we are, ghosting along at close to 4 knots and 8 knots of apparent, 10 knots of true. And as you can see, there's no waves, just the swell. Oh, here comes a little bird. Anyway, I'm babbling again. All we need now is a whale or a porpoise, and the trip will be complete. Maybe tomorrow, huh? All right, over and out. So we are 20 miles from Port Renfrew. So we're just getting out of the swells here. So you can see just the residual swell, and as we get in closer, that'll disappear completely. And obviously Vancouver Island. Port Renfrew ahead, and there somewhere is Bamfield. And out there in the fog, or the mist, is Idefix, who are shadowing us into Port Renfrew. There's a Canadian warship and a couple tankers out there as well. Anyway, one step closer. Unfortunately, the fuel dock doesn't open until 9. So there won't be an early getaway, but positive note, I get to sleep longer, so there you go. Okay, it's just out of Port Renfrew after spending the night, rafted up with Dave and Oliver, his son, on Idefix. I thought I was going to spend about an hour this morning fixing his engine problem, but it turned into a lot longer, so it was about 3 o'clock by the time I got away. I did borrow some diesel from Dave, so it stopped me from having to go to a field dock, which is good. There wasn't much wind when I first got out, but here we are 1 hour out, and we are in perfect conditions, sailing downwind. 15 knots of true wind, just a general up and just ghosting along. We are doing 5 knots, which is more than we're doing with the motor, and we're not using diesel, which is all good. So can't quite see Dave, but he's back there against hidden against that haze, about 4 miles behind us. Port Renfrew is just in behind that little point of land there, and another 50 miles or so, I think. What does it say? Yeah, 40 miles to just be off of the beam of Victoria. According to this, we won't get there until 1 o'clock this morning, or the next morning. So I'm not sure whether I'll pull into Becker Bay, which is much closer, or just keep on going. I'm a little reluctant to be out here in the night. Not here, but as we get closer in, because of the debris in the water. Out here it's not too bad. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I got the staysail ready to bag, and then realized I need to wash it down when I get to E-Dock, so I didn't bag it. Otherwise, other than trying to find something to eat, all is good. Over and out. Alright, here we are in the final leg to E-Dock. There's Discovery Lighthouse, and we are doing almost 8 knots given the current, plus our about 6 knots of water speed and 15 knots of wind here. So all is good. Looks like rain and fog towards the US, but we're not going there. And sunny going towards Sydney. So after we round the lighthouse here, the next question is, do we go this side of Discovery or go around the outside? And the trouble with going around the outside is the current. There's a back eddy in the current, so we may get slowed down. However, going through the inside is a lot of rocks and things to avoid, and then go through Baines Channel. So anyway, we'll see. Looks like we got a wind shift here, so I better get on the helm. Over and out. Coming into E-Dock. Yahoo! Ahoy! My son's up at the pub with his family, and they're supposed to be here doing this. There we go. Nice save. Thank you. Hello, hello. Guys, if you can just wrap that and get this on that cleat there, it'd be great.
Yeah, I like the beard.
Yeah.
I was inspired by you. Perfect. Just throw that one on. Jess?
Hi guys.
Hi.
Thanks for catching the line.
Good? Well, it must have been. When you guys come aboard?
Yeah.
It's one holy mess.
You're home for 60 days. That's great. What's that?
On the black panel there. No, wait at the back. Thank you.
This is the new boat, Bruce.
Yes. Well, the other one was too big for me to be soloing by
Yeah,
myself.
Tatouche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I bought this just before COVID,
Yeah.
and so that was the 2-year delay getting off. So.
Yeah, right.